Alright, SDPC. Okay, SDPC is a TSS into TSD into PC opener. So bag one goes like this. And then you take the T-spin like this. Note that the only requirement is O before Z, or if you're doing the mirror, O before S. This LJ thing, there's a congruency, so you can build the same shape with J first. Oops. Like this. It builds the same shape and it is less inputs. Okay. And then there's this. This is bag 2, TSD. Note that the L placement might be awkward. For example, if you get a bag with J first, then Z, let's say T, J, L, Z, L, I, S, right? This L placement is awkward. Thankfully, there is a nice trick you can do to spin it in. You soft drop it to this platform, you dash it right, and then you do 180 clockwise, 180. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to add the O to the bag. There's a nice map you can do. Instructions made by four.lol. Just to practice this one spin with that really unlucky cue. Very cool. Yeah, so that's bag 2, and then there's PC pads. So yeah, if you get T early, you can do these good solutions. If you get T very late, you can place the T at the end, but you won't get the TSS. But these 3 solutions are the best and most common. Yeah, you can just read through four.lol. I can just demonstrate. In this case, I think I messed up. Yeah, okay, so you can do this solution. Yep. That's not one of the T-spin solutions, but yeah. I would like to point out that these first 2 solutions start with J and then ZS. If you have J and ZS and you can place it like that, then one of these 2 solutions will work. For this one, if you can do the L skim and then Z, then you'll either be able to save I or save S. I rarely use this. Sometimes I use this. You need late J for this one. I rarely use the rest. Yep. So those are the PC solutions. You should learn the first 3, and they lead to DPC. Whoops. So which solution? I have the SL one. Yep, late J. Yep. I will note that you can brute force one of the first 3 solutions to force yourself to save S or Z. Most of the time. Whoops. Not like that. Like that. And then you can start DPC. If you don't have PC, you can start DPC by just placing the Z to the side or the S to the side in many cases. Not always, but in many cases, and you can DPC. So that's the PC path for SDPC. This map will help you train one of the unlucky bag 2 sequences for that one L tuck. This Fumin is another way you can do it. This one, instead of 180 clockwise 180, this one has you soft drop and rotate. Okay, so another path for SDPC. This one is TSS, 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 and then quad TSD spike. So let's do it. So the difference is on bag 2, you swap the L and O positions so that you get a TSS instead. So you place the L here and the O here. Note that just like with the main path, the O placement can be awkward, and unfortunately there's not a special finesse trick. You're just going to have to wait for gravity if you get awkward O finesse. So yeah, that's the one downside. But yeah. Bag 3, note that this is an LJ congruency again. Stickman comic loves his LJ congruencies. So that's another TSS. And then bag 4, you have the quad TSD spike. Oh, did I do this wrong? Yeah. Okay. Quad and TSD. So that's Stickman Comics Centerwell Hamburger SDPC alt path. Yeah, so after this, oops. You can take this, yeah, take this one path for an incomplete TST, and then it leaves residue for like another. Am I doing this wrong? I'm completely doing this wrong. Another TST. Yep, that part's freestyle. This particular continuation requires O after I, but otherwise you can just like throw the O to the side. It's not as clean, but it'll give you the incomplete TST. Besides that continuation, you can just generally stack 4-5. Yeah, you can just generally stack 4-5 off of this. Okay, whatever. One more thing I would note. This build for bag 4 always works, but if you get late Z, J, or O, they're not actually necessary for the quad TSD spike. So in particular, if you get late Z, you don't want to place it here. Pretend I did not have to place the Z, and I had late Z. Instead, I could place the Z here, and then that's a little cute Kaiden donation. Pretty cute. Okay, anyways, that's Stickman Comics SDPC path with the triple TSS into quad TSD spike. And then this is Echo's SDPC spin path. So it's the same bag 1. And then bag 2, you do it like this. Very cool, right? And then bag 3, you stack like so. You have a C spin. Very cool. Let's just do this. Very cool. This one path does require L before O. This other path works with O before L, but obviously it's not as good because it doesn't fill in this row. And there are more paths for that particular one. Okay, and then more. Echo's extended SDPC spin. So bag 1, bag 2 is like Stickman Comics' little thing. And then bag 3 you build SDPC bag 1. And then bag 4 you build this one's bag 2. And what you're left with is the same exact C-spin spike, except you have a quad at the end. Very, very cool. And those are like 1 PC path, 2 TSS spam path, 3 C-spin path, 4 C-spin quad path for SDPC. This concludes me reading through four.lol voice review. Bye. End recording.